What's going on, family? You back in the lab with Avery Joshua, man. We're going to be talking about squatters' takeovers and squatters' rights, in which I don't think they got no rights. So it was these group of young men that took a house and took over a house in DeKalb County. The family grew up in their home and they was about to sell the home. And next thing, those squatters move in, cut the locks off and all that. So we're going to talk about it. But I'm going to let y'all hear this news article, and then I'll come back and give the rest of my commentary, because squatters don't have no damn rights in my book. Let's get into it.
Have taken over their childhood home just days before it was supposed to be sold.
Our Chase Howell spoke with a family who says the situation has been heartbreaking.
We doing a party. You know what time it is.
From inviting people on Facebook to pool parties to posting videos on social media from inside this $500,000 home, one family says squatters have taken over.
It is a nightmare. These videos and advertisements are so far-reaching that we received a call this morning from someone in Florida that said, "Hey, I've seen your dad's property on the internet."
Lisa, Kevin, Marcus, and Marlene grew up in the home. They say it was just last week their dad passed away, and not even 48 hours later, the squatters came in like thieves in the night and took over their childhood home.
It pisses me off tremendously.
After learning about the squatters, the siblings called the police, and according to the incident report, the people inside the home supplied a lease. Then later that same day, Kevin went to check on the house and was met by a group of guys.
They started making threats against my life, and one of them told his friend to go get something, and he came back with a rifle in the doorway. He didn't point it at me, but they made threats against my life and made it known that I might not walk out of there.
I went up to the front door to see if anyone was home for an interview and to see the lease, but no one answered. A little later, I saw a car pulling out of the driveway, and I met them in the street.
Do you live here at all? You don't? Do you know who does? Are they home? Okay, because I'm trying to get a hold of them because people are trying to say that basically they're squatting in the house. Do you have the person's number that lives there? You don't? All right, do you want to go on camera to talk about it?
I'm hearing my father's voice.
Marcus says he's frustrated, not only as one of the homeowners, but as a lawyer. He says he's heard about cases like this, but never thought it would happen to him.
It's infuriating to see people in that home destroying it and partying and inviting other strangers into that home.
And as we were sitting around talking after the interview, Lisa received a voicemail from the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office.
He now has 3 days, so not including the weekends, he has until Monday to make to answer.
Yes, DeKalb County. Yes, that's how I feel.
In DeKalb County, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
What a frustrating situation. According to the sheriff's office, the person claiming to rent that home has a court date on June 3rd to prove the legitimacy of the lease.
Let's get into it. This right here is very frustrating. It's frustrating in several different ways, because I had a house that was on the market, and it sat on the market for quite a while before it sold. However, I used to go by that house multiple times a week, you know what I mean, to check on it, because it had a for sale sign, had the lockbox and all that type stuff. In these particular cases, this particular case right here, I don't understand why DeKalb County couldn't arrest those guys immediately. I understand they're talking about they might have had a lease, but we knew, if I'm the homeowner, I know I didn't sign anything with you. I'm seeing in these group of guys are putting videos out there talking about a pool party. And this lady said that has reached all the way to Florida. They got people calling them in Florida saying, "I seen your dad's house on the social media talking about a party." If illegals, when I a few months ago when they was rounding up all these illegals, right? They said they was illegal migrants. They had broken into the country illegal. And matter of fact, let me show you a quick video of the video that then I come back and give this squatter story of about 100 illegals being detained in Florida right now because they say they were working illegal. But they was working and got arrested on the job site. Let's go. Then I'm gonna come back into this squatter because I got a lot to say because I'm a little irritated about this whole DeKalb.
Yeah, it's gonna be one floor above us.
I'm seeing these illegals right here. All of them being detained. They say they're illegal. They broke the country legal place, and they detain these guys.
Have taken over their childhood home
So
just days
why
before.
can't? Let's go back. So why can't DeKalb County go in and detain these guys? This is clearly a B&E, breaking and entering. Squatters don't have no damn rights. It's like the country allow criminals to get away with just bull crap. I'm trying to keep my composure, but these guys know dang well they don't have a lease. And they're in these people's homes illegally. They say they cut the lockbox and cut the door lock. That right there myself, if this stuff been cut, that tell me right there it's a B&E, breaking and entering. They should all be arrested. I know there's a difference between the federal government and state and local government. And I think the state and local government in DeKalb County is a joke. Let me say that. Because they should go in there and get these people. Governor Kemp, the governor of Georgia, Governor Kemp should go in there and sign a law to say, hey, if you break in somebody's house, that should be a minimum of 10 years. I couldn't be the governor because I'm locking their asses up. See, these are the type of knuckleheads right here that's making videos in these people's house talking about pool parties and all this stuff. And talking about they're gonna order food trucks, and it's just a mess. They should be sent to what the prison over in El Salvador. See, these type of YNs or ignorant individuals should be sent over to what, CCOT over in El Salvador. I hate ignorance, bro. I can't stand ignorance and ignorant people. I can't stand when the government do stuff like this. Now they saying they got to wait the 3 days to go get a court date. These people is in these people's house illegal, and then they say their house was being sold. It was reported about to be sold. So you done broken, you done held my money up. I'm pissed. You can't sue them because they probably ain't got nothing. So they should be locked up, locked away, bro. I'm a big advocate of doing the right thing, just like these illegals. If they're here illegal, they broke in the country illegal, yes. They got to be detained, they got to be deported, they got to go to jail, whatever the stipulation is. These individuals here broke in their house. They should send the SWAT or whoever they got to go in there and get these cats. Detain them and lock them up. I'm a big advocate for getting rid of folk, especially if you do stuff illegal. Like then my man said that he went to the house and oh boy, when he got a rifle or AR-15, he didn't point it at him, but the fact that you got it and the fact that I saw it, I felt threatened. Now I'm pissed. As a homeowner and as a ex-vet, I'm gonna get your ass out of there at night. Let me tell you, I'm gonna call some the hardest hitting cats I know. I'm not promoting violence, YouTube, but I'm gonna call some of the hardest hitting cats I know. Some of my ex-veterans. And we finna get your ass out of there. Unless we can go to war. They want war, the DeKalb County will want war on their street, that's what they will get. But the first thing I'm gonna do, cut the power off, cut the water off, cut the gas off, have my HVAC guy to come in there and put bath spray through the dang vents. I'm gonna get you up out of there. I'm gonna get you up out of my house, man. I'm not this squatter right stuff is going a little too far. I'm with everybody having a place to stay or shelter or whatever, but in this case, man, these cats know what they're doing. And you making videos and stuff like that about pool party, and then you just finna destroy these people's stuff. Destroy it. Because you know the laws ain't gonna do nothing. And so then when you go to court, you don't produce a law. They ain't going to court. These people is not going to court. They're gonna flee. They're gonna go. So then they're gonna be on the run or whatever. Only one person who supposed to be on the court document gonna show up at court, and then they might not even show up at court. Then they act like, I don't know nobody. I don't know none of them guys. Well, that person get 30 years to life. I'm just a big advocate. I hate ignorance, man. I hate ignorance. I hate people trying to abuse the system. In the squatters' rights stuff, it's sad why the government can't do more. Why the local police can't go in there and get these guys. This is clearly a B&E, breaking and entering, trespassing. Everybody in there should be arrested. Everybody in there should be treated as a felon. You're doing it to the illegals. You're doing it to people who I'm not saying all illegals, trying to make a better life for themselves, because some out here are committing heinous crimes. They are. But some of them are just working. They're like, we just saw a video. They was working and they illegal. They got detained. They got to go. I'm with the laws. Got to obey the laws of the land. So in this particular case, these cats they break the law. They got to go. They got to go and send them over to CCOT. I would love to see these cats over at CCOT where you can't hold your head up. You got to walk hunched over and go from there. Anybody who's not a productive citizen of the country, I'm kind of with Trump on this. Send their ass over there. I'm kind of with him on that. You let these cats have three hots in the cot, and they go to prison and stay there for 20 years or whatever. They get out. No, send them over. You go to prison. You should go to the most harshest place ever. Especially in this case here, especially these guys, squatters rights or whatever they claim they're doing. So I'm not with it. It's agitating. I hope these people get their house back. Hopefully be in one piece. They probably gonna throw a party there. They probably gonna destroy it. They're probably gonna destroy the neighborhood, and they probably ain't gonna show up to court. So they probably finna be out of a lot of money. But what got me was one of the guys is a lawyer, so he know legally he got to go about it the right way. They probably all career-driven siblings. You can tell. The house was built probably in the 70s, 80s. They grew up in that house. They all probably in their 50s easily. So that house was an affluent house in their day. It probably still is today. There's no way in hell I'm going to allow, especially my wife, to shed a tear. The minute my wife shed a tear, your ass in trouble. Because I don't see nothing now but the mission. But I don't see nothing but the mission at hand, and that's to get you out of there by any means necessary. With that said, man, I'm Maybe Yashirel. The link of the description. The link of this video will be in the description box. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hey, we got a live coming up tomorrow, so jump on that live, man. No excuses. We're going to talk about, are you sacrificing enough? Until next time, shalom.